lore timeline came from.
Hey,
No, it's
sure.
not at all. It's not whatsoever. But we're back in the game here, and all right, so this is the typical thing most people do at the start of the game. They run up and they ward the twin gates. Now, they don't necessarily always go through them like this, but BetBoom have entered the bottom half of the map here. They're on a mission.
They have such good kill potential. Bounty Hunter here is Invis. He's got Orb of Venom and a Blood Grenade. So that means if he does find somebody, that guy's going to die. Between all of these extra slows. They've also got one on Death Prophet as well if they really need it. You do have a sentry here to spot this rotation, so they know they're all coming. Let's see how they react to this. All right, Pichu's going to walk by save. They're just so spread out, though. I don't know if I see them getting this kill.
And it looks like Bovica is just going to try and grab and get out, and doesn't get it, though.
No.
But, yeah, top bounty will be grabbed here from XXS, and it looks like the lanes are just going to develop pretty much exactly how you'd expect. One of the nice plays you can do now, of course, is that Save and Toronto Tokyo are just down here, and they can just TP with the gate back up top. You don't have to like waste a TP scroll, and Monet will grab his Watcher. But yes, this mid lane, this is what I'm imagining they're going to be putting a lot of effort into, trying to slow down Sumail, while XXS tries to deal with the fact that he is an Underlord versus an Ursa.
At least this is one way to start it in this 2v1 briefly. It's a little gold advantage. Saw a lot of Rubik bullying carries in Dream League Grand Finals there, or at least lower bracket finals from what I remember. But Rubik just very good at fighting still. High damage, solid armor. He's gone for this high stat build, this plus 5 to all stats. Pretty good here.
Yeah, this is sick. Man, he's actually so tanky to start. It's crazy. Like 700 HP and 5 armor. You know, like this CM has 538 and 2 armor right now.
It's a little harder, yeah. Frostbite's a really solid skill, but yeah, the actual fighting to the death part is not so good here for Toronto Tokyo, who actually didn't go a very mango heavy build in the past. Mangoes were the way that CM's kind of played early on, but he stopped up for 2 Ironwood Branches and a Magic Stick, so definitely a little bit non-standard here.
Yeah, this is a bit of a Toronto Tokyo classic. In some ways, like he basically spammed just Tree and Clockwork when he moved to 5, and he looked great on Clockwork. I would say it's probably his best 5, but I feel like when he gets into these other 5s that he hasn't spammed as much, the builds, it's like, it's kind of interesting because obviously he's an extremely good player, as Rezo will get right-click down. Very nicely done there from Bobica for the first blood. But like Toronto Tokyo, he almost brings like some new ideas that are good because he's not used to these heroes, but then he also ignores things like this where like, wow, this CM doesn't have mangoes, you know?
He actually skilled Arcanor at level 2. He does have mangoes coming now with the courier. 2 mango sentry and a salve, which he'll need to trade hits for sure. He's going to beat up pretty good here. And he's just dead.
That's just too much damage right there.
Yeah, I don't know. So far, not the best in terms of his movement. His positioning was a little bit goofy there, but he'll come back.
As long as the Bear's getting the right clicks, you know. He's getting some last hits in there. So far, everything's forgiven as long as your carry can still CS. Monet not having the hottest start down here. Obviously, they just managed to secure the first blood, and they've been putting a lot of pressure on the lanes. They're hoping to do some bullying here and continuing the secure. Oh my god! Did he actually not get that last hit? Were you watching bottom? I don't think you did either.
I was. Yeah.
Yeah, he just did a full blood right play down bottom to try and secure a range creep. At least it didn't get denied, but they weren't able to secure the last hit, so bit disappointing there.
Yeah, that was definitely disappointing. I mean, his CS is only 11 here. I guess it's not super behind his opponents, but it's a little bit lower for sure. They do push the lane to secure the healing Lotus, which is great because that's extra healing for Bloodseeker and Io. This is the value of the Io pairing right now. So all this healing that you put into him is going to get spread out towards Bloodseeker as well. So, man, if there's any lane to survive, Bloodseeker Io seems like the one.
Yeah, it just seems ridiculous. I mean, on the plus side, Save, not too concerned about aggressive potential, just because they don't really have any lockdown and stuns, and so it'll be hard to like keep him locked down in any sort of vision. It is a, 8-second linger, though, on the dust, so even if you leave that initial area of the explosion, I guess they'll still have time to run it down with blood grenades.
All right. Threws their IO blood on him just to get the setup. It wasn't necessarily like a guaranteed kill, but I guess they got some good harassing, which is good. Not much regen left on the Bounty Hunter. It's a good place to be. I'll do mid 22 last hits here.
Yeah, it looks great. And he gets the rune as well. No problem. Even gets a little tether there from Bobica.
Ooh, what's this? Blades of Attack. on Storm. Falcon Blade, I guess. Oh yeah, I suppose.
Just, yeah, I mean, again, just focusing on the CS, keeping that that +9 damage versus the Breathe Fire. Well, up top, they get their revenge here onto Pichu.
Okay. Not bad for Nightfall. I mean, he's got more than enough mana, which is kind of funny because he hasn't even skilled Earthshock here. Just using Overpower 30 mana.
Just spamming that.
But Toronto's got the spells at least, which is definitely very important here. Save's going to make a rotation top. This could be a really good setup here.
Yeah, I wonder who they go for. Oh, he's just going to hit XSS. Okay. All right. He saw the Vanguard. He was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good luck on that one. Yeah, kill the support is the only option they have, basically.
Meanwhile, they
see save.
Yeah, they've unblocked their camp there, so the sentry is still remaining around here, helping to give some vision on to save, but just decided that bottom wasn't really for him. Gonna give Rezo a bit of space, let him get some XP, and yeah, we talked about how Monty didn't have the best start. Check him out now, top of the board as they dive Rezo onto the tower.
Ooh, good body blocking there by Monet to land the blood right on him. But save comes back. I don't think it's going to accomplish a whole lot, but
it
keeps Rezo alive.
It's interesting that you can just do that now, though. Because since he used the Twin Gate top, he rotates up there, makes him harass, but then if your carry's in trouble, you can just defensively TP back down here. Kind of force them to have to do this twice or something, but Monace just says, is he still here? Because I don't really care. Bobka, a little more concerned, still has the Lotus, but wants to get back and wait for the next one to spawn in a couple seconds.
Yeah,
and
so
Pichu, has a defense female here in the mid lane, and the wraparound from behind. GPK, the damage is there. He's still level 5.
He's got a Fairy Fire.
Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. The Lotuses are here. Oh. Yeah, there is no way you're getting that kill. Bobka waves goodbye to GPK there and gets a high five from Smail in the process.
Yeah, nicely done. They did some damage to him or whatever, but not going to be nearly enough to secure the kill. So shifting back top again. I haven't really felt the presence of save so far on the support bounty. He's gotten some levels, I guess, but he's accomplished 0 resources for his team.
Well, they still managed to get a kill onto this Underlord. Vanguard or not, it is not going to save you versus Ursa. There's a lot of heroes you just get to plant in lane versus, but if you allow... obviously, just seeing all those rotations mid, he knows that save's not going to come from Bobka up top, and he takes advantage of that. Had a great time. Save, though, here's the impact you're looking for, right? This guy is looking for the Wisdom Rune.
He did nothing. Is that what you're talking about?
The Wisdom Rune. Here it comes. Oh, the dust has popped. It's a battle for the Wisdom Rune. The toss into the dragons. Oh,
no. Oh, my gosh. Save hesitating a little bit with his stun there, and as a result, gets completely punished. It does cost Pichu a little bit of gold in the dust, but yeah, that's a bummer there.
My impact.
Again, his impact has not been good, Trent. It's not looked so solid. I do like the fast phase that Ursa went for this game, though. It's a good way to give you the rundown advantage over the Underlord and kind of secures his laning here. Now he'll probably transition back for Battle Fury at his own desires. But now mid is sieged, and Save is like, you know what? I want to go be useless in the mid lane as well.
Yeah, whose XP can I take next?
Though, he's like a great player. I really do respect Save as a player, but this game is not looking so good.
Yeah, I think it's just tough for the bounty to... as I said, impact any of these lanes. These eye rotations coming in. It's an Underlord who's crazy beefy up top. Whenever they kill Underlord, he's not really needed. So he's trying to do all these kind of theory craft plays of bounty, like stealing the Wisdom Rune that we've been expecting to be really strong. But the pressure still remains here from GPK. He is sitting under a ward, but with Toronto Tokyo and Save nearby, he felt pretty confident getting a couple more hits off. Oh, he thinks it's a ward, but or a bounty hunter, which they've probably figured out by now as he runs past their off sentry combo. So they see Save. Oh, don't go back in, Save. Okay, he's going bottom. And all right, well, what now does XXS do? Because top seems kind of dangerous, but I guess he's going back here anyway.
I mean, you got to get farm. This is the value of the Ursa, right? Zoning out whatever the bad matchup is. He very wisely is going to poke his head out occasionally and check for him. It's going to be a harder game for him as the game continues, but his net worth right now is not that bad on the Underlord. Just that Ursa's having a really good time now. That part gets kind of scary. So I don't think it's really worth to stick supports here to try to kill the Ursa. I mean, you can occasionally jump in and try to kill him, but that's going to require big rotations, and it's more important for Storm to probably keep his tower alive mid. Yeah. And to maybe go for kills of his own. So I think it's just kind of XXS hits neutral creeps when he can and that's just what he's gonna have to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he's got his ulti too, so like if they try and make a play with the IO somewhere, I mean, he can like join in on that, maybe dive behind a tower or something. As we're amassing several units down bottom right now. Monet's here, Pichu's here. Bobica, though, he's going to rotate mid with Sumail, as they're probably predicting that GBK is going to pop his ulti here after this wave. And I wouldn't have been surprised if he did. He's actually going to come bottom instead, though. This is where they're going to put their pressure.
Okay. He's actually not going to go to the Mice build. He wants to go straight Blink, and they are getting ready to dive. Aster doesn't exactly see anybody here. They've got more items coming out. It's another Sentry and a Wand. Nothing that special. Yeah, the dive will start.
Yeah, he starts with a Scout here. They're going to pop the Exorcism and just go right on the Monet. The Rupture is there, but the damage is fast from Rezo. The Rift comes through. Exorcist. He's the only one there for now. You're very alone, my good sir.
Dude, Nightfalls, this is actually so cool how they did this rotation. Because they were grouping all their heroes here, and like the moment the gank started, that was when Ursa came out of his portal. So like Ursa basically gets to show up to this like 5-man rotation, and it costs him almost nothing, maybe a couple creeps. But it made that killing the Underlord even better. So it's like both Underlord and Ursa left their lane to come bottom just for Ursa to kill him, you know? It was like, it's what he wanted to do anyways.
So weird. Yeah, that it's just so straight. Like, that was such a good move.
Yeah, it was really cool. When he popped that, I was just like, oh my god, the timing. That he had to walk, 5-8 seconds to the portal, start channeling the portal for 4 seconds, just to get there at the exact time that Underlord pops out was, like, impeccably well done by Nightfall.
Yeah, and there's just these camps up there, too, so, like, you can play kind of greedy while you're waiting for your team to make this rotation to take that tower. And
yeah.
And in the back lines, while that was happening, too, GBK got the kill onto Pichu after that as well. So lots of gold going their way. And I think is that Blink done now? Oh, yep, save. Okay, well, that's actually his first death, which is kind of impressive. And the Blink Dagger is done for GBK, so we'll see if he grabs the Midas now. I would definitely be down to see it. But yeah, maybe he wants to just like get other items instead.
Yeah, I'm not sure which way he's gonna go. I guess he could for sure. It wouldn't bother me at all. I mean, it's either that or you delay for some like utility BKB like that. But BKB against Bloodseeker is not the most incredible anyways, so it wouldn't bother me too much if he just leaves it. But
Monet is down there farming in the well right now with the Well Wishes bounty. Well, we're talking about the Well Wishes buff here, bud. I mean, these are important things, you know. Storm Spirit Illusions come through. They don't take the jump. That's good.
They have a ward down spotting this also, plus the illusions move in, so they will retreat though. Cool to see teams defending their towers like this though.
It feels very valuable now. Like before this tower, you could only hold it for so long, but like with the Twin Gate and the fact that you can guys like TP to the outpost. I mean, I guess at the same time you can always TP here anyway, so it doesn't feel as important to protect. And they will jump in, just gonna get the free grab on the Toronto Tokyo. Everyone else is abandoned. Any hopes? That
was such a valuable ward. Just got to watch BetBoom the entire time, just making their decisions about where they wanted to go.
I feel like I'm going to get really tired of centering the Twin Gate. I feel like it's going to be like every time you're here as a 5, I think you give it a sentry.
That is kind of what it feels like. And I don't know if I'm into the fact that they got to like sit there and like, it almost feels like they can make the decision too many times. Like, they can like, they were like channeling it, then they'd stop, then they'd channel it, and then they'd stop while they're waiting to see like what the best thing to do on the map was. I almost think the game is better if you have an internal cooldown for the Twin Gate or something like that.
Yeah, I was surprised that wasn't added yet. I feel like we'll maybe get there, but for now, they're smoking back from the mid here, as you guys can see. They're approaching up onto save, and they're going to jump. He did just leave the sentry area that they had next to that ward, but they have some detection, so they'll grab themselves another kill. It's a dangerous game for a bounty versus a Storm Spirit. I've heard a lot of people talking about the sentries obviously not being quite as good as they used to be, and with the map being so big that it can be tougher for these Invis heroes to be caught. But so far, a couple AoE areas protected from Sentry Obs combos and grabbing a free kill.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Just the Sentry with Obs combo has always been really good against these Invis heroes, so the fact that you pair a jump hero with it is kind of perfect, because then you can always go where they're about to be anyways, and you don't necessarily lose your opportunity with the ward that gets passed. Oh, they're going to relocate bottom, though.
Coming right down on top, in addition to the Underlord, too. So it's just a complete swarm. They just jump right on top of GBK. Like,
boy, did
you really can't do much. As long as someone's there to cancel the blink initially, then that's a great play.
Yeah, nicely done.
Pichu thinking about hopping right back through the twin gate as well here, but instead just going to grab the Watcher and get himself some Lotus by the looks of it.
He did a little D ward. I like this Observer ward that Toronto Tokyo placed on the bottom Watcher though. That ward next to the twin gate. That way it's not as likely to be dewarded, but still spots rotations to that area very commonly. Very smart ward placement.
Speaking of which, I was going to say that ward was still there on the twin gate for Radiant, but it is dewarded now. Getting aggressive though. Sumail starting to lead the charge.
Ooh, he's not going to spot the sentry as Safe places the obs down.
Oh, track starts here from Save. Give them an idea of where the Storm's playing. They're going to smoke up here from BetBoom.
Instantly kill the ward. That one feels bad for Save here. A lot of people buying Urn here. Bounty Hunter's got one.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
And I think Rubik also has one too.
I think, I don't know, it might be a necessity these days. Like, with the deaths giving you a charge, it's actually so huge. Jump in for GBK. Oh, he gets to the low ground, though. He's stuck in the river. They're going to throw down the root, grab on, but the silence onto Sumail. Having to get the savior from Bobica. The mech is there, but he doesn't have relocate right now. Has to just keep him fighting instead. So they're going to grab onto the DK. GBK getting low. Toronto goes ulti, not hitting for enough damage right now. Rezo, the exorcism is pumping right now, but he is just on the run. The little piggy's going to get put on the spit. That's 3 kills for Donata here for BetBoom.
No more oink can happen now. That's a dead team fight. Yeah, when you blink like that and you miss your initiation, it feels so bad because you are basically channeling all of your net worth into getting out of position. Oh my gosh. And that was like the worst place to get caught, right? There's only one way out, so they're like, okay, Firestorm, just Dragonite tanking an entire Firestorm by himself. Oh, what a tough one.
That stinks, man. That's like the best place I can think of, like, to vacuum people now. Just like throw them down in this pit of death.
Yeah, and he did it himself by trying to long blink or something like that, so he lost his range.
Man, he should talk to Crit. He can explain the mechanisms, you know. Crit's very well versed in it now, so he can give a tutorial.
With that said, even if his blink isn't bad, they're still dealing with a really fast Crimson Guard. This did get nerfed, thankfully. The survivability that provided was a little bit too high. Right now, it's giving you about 100 damage blocks. Let's just take a quick look at the enemy heroes. Oh, Dragonite does 120 damage. So that means Dragonite is doing, between 10 and 15 per attack. Death Prophet does less than that, so she does 0 damage. And Bounty Hunter does do a little. So, yeah, very good item to have this early.
Oh, man, that is brutal. Just catching Rezo. And again, it's just the overwhelming damage. And in this case, they don't even need the Fiend's Gate. They still just get 4 heroes right on top. Soul and Crypt Storm, only level 3. Nice. Benefit there for BetBoom. Rubik doesn't have a crazy high damage spell right now. And Aster just feel like they can play the whole map. So wait, but... Oh, okay, it is 50% now. Okay, because that's not actually on the item, if you look.
Oh, really?
Oh, wait, yes it is. It's at the top of the list. I looked at the bottom. I'm stupid. Save. Another kill here for Sumail. 6-0 and 3. Sumail wishing he was the one who's getting a little bit of track gold. Pichu, I mean, maybe time to steal track here. Got to help out your Storm Spirit. But for now, they'll just take the kills and a 5k lead. At 17.5 minutes. Oh, an Orb of Destruction, though, for BetBoom. That's hype.
Yeah, that one feels good. Wait, Orb of Destruction? I thought you said Philly Stone. Who's got
that as well?
Ursa?
Yeah,
Ursa got the good one. Which is kind of interesting. He basically replaced his tier 1 neutral item, which was the green lance, the Lance of Pursuit. So both providing a slow, but this one, -3 armor.
Yeah.
Juicy stuff. It's like a 15% damage increase or something.
If we're trying to save a game in this state as well for BetBoom, we're approaching the time where Ursa, the Tormentors will be coming up. Maybe that'll help them out. It's all getting around Roche time as well. Could be something for them to consider pretty soon. And definitely something Aster would also like to grab for themselves since they do have a Storm Spirit. But obviously, it's hard to compete with Ursa doing the old Roche.
He's super, super good at it. But yeah, Aster's got the heals coming from the IO, so they definitely can succeed. They're going to know someone's nearby because of the tornado that got used here. Oh,
jumping stun here. And the fireball as well. Silence, though, first off on the XSS. So Bobica prepping with the relocate save. Pulls him out just a little bit. Little dance off the left-hand side there. Now allows Sumail to jump in on the save. Going to try and burst down the Bounty Hunter first. And turning back the damage there. Pichu breathing some fire onto GPK, saying, I can do that a little bit better than you can. And they're going to grab 2 kills. BetBoom just cannot get through the shields and heals of Aster right now.
And they're going to try to turn this straight into a Roshan. Doesn't look like we'll see BetBoom reacting to this. But yeah, they just keep kind of losing their fights. Jumping on Underlord is not exactly ideal. You know, that's the guy that has the Vanguard built into his Crimson Guard. He has 8 armor from Crimson. He has a chainmail just casually sitting in his inventory. He grabbed the 5 armor talent from his talent tree, and he's got a Cult Bracer for 10% magic resistance. One of the best level 1 neutral items for your tanky heroes. Frankly.
Damn, that's actually sick.
So he's just, and a Son. So it's like, if they definitely want them to go on it.
Well, they're going to go on Rezo again. That looks familiar. Just like the last time he died near the mid lane. They just immediately leave the Roche pit and head in for some free kills here and save, praying that there's not detection here this time. Notices there's none on the Underlord, so he feels confident enough to throw it a track. And a BKB is finished up here for Ursa. Probably the one thing that didn't go his way in these updates, considering the hero does rely pretty heavily on the item. I feel like, you know, I was thinking like, man, why isn't Primal Beast like broken this patch? I went to look at his win rate, and it is tanking. And I'm thinking, shouldn't Primal Beast be really good? Like, he's got low cooldown ulti, he wants to fight all the time, he's got long range initiation that goes over all these new cliffs. And then I thought of BKB, and I thought, oh.
Does his ulti go through BKB now, or is that a talent?
I think it just does.
Okay.
Which is cool. But, yeah, man, that hero really liked his BKB, and I feel like he's pretty sad now.
He did. The upside that you can grab through BKB always is kind of nice, too, but... yeah, maybe it's maybe there's something like general stats are higher or something. Like he does a lot of physical damage. Rupture. Oh my god, he almost killed him. I was like, why would he rupture? There's no way he's gonna kill that guy. Is what I was thinking.
Yeah, that was way too close.
It's the perfect time for them to push on the Aster side, though. Push into the tier 2 at the 20-minute mark when the Tormentors are spawning, which means you get the tier 2 and transition into Tormentors.
That hurts. That hurts.
Mech just offsets all the heal. Io just gets a free shard, which now amplifies his teammates' Spell Amp and Spell Lifesteal. Great on Storm, good on Bloodseeker, and he's got a, I believe it was called a Pavis, somebody told me, not a Pavis.
Oh, really?
I haven't verified that. Just one of my friends said, I want the casters to stop calling it Pavis. It's not Pavis, it's Pavis, and maybe I shouldn't be saying that without verifying first.
How to pronounce Pavis?
Said it was a Eastern European shield.
Oh, that kind of makes sense.
Does it? Does that make it sound better? Or more likely to be correct? I don't know.
Oh.
You learned anything on your journey?
In English, it's often pronounced as Pavis, but it's a French word originally where they would say Pavis, because that's, I mean, looks like a French word, you know, with my Canadian French.
Okay, okay.
So I'm just going to use my Canadianism to call it Pavis.
So it was not Eastern European either. It's French. All right. Well, you have the rights over here. Bounty Hunter dying in the bot lane.
Shocking.
Simple kill. I don't know how they always know where this guy is, but I feel bad. It just feels like they're dusting the ground and they see him. It's like up here. It's very easy. Oh, my Dota crashed. You too or no?
No, I'm still in. We're good.
Thank God for PGM.
Yeah, that's right. Still saved here. But yeah, I mean, they lost their Tormentor opportunity. There is still a Radiant Tormentor as well as a Radiant Wisdom Rune, which I think is one of the funnier things that, like, you never want to go back and grab it. Rezo, well, he's going to get grabbed one more time here in the mid lane. This time, though, it's not an instant death, but they can't even find the turnaround potential, unfortunately. They're a little bit too scared right now. Obviously, they're fighting into the Aegis. That one really feels great. And on top of that, he has a regen rune. So he's got essentially 3 lives on a Storm of Spirit.
It feels like he's just not slowed down in any way. He's had such a good game with the IO boosting him up. He keeps getting all these free kills. This like lane advantage that BetBoom wanted didn't really materialize. The Bounty Hunter has felt completely ineffective, honestly. All he really does is like walk around scouting. And while they got a Blink Dagger on Dragon Knight at a decent time, the fights that they took were not very ideal and leaded to them kind of getting smashed. And then Death Prophet did buy Greaves, which is good. But Greaves is not the same as Crimson Guard. Crimson Guard is just better. And on top of Crimson Guard, he also has Atrophy Ore, so it's like their damage ratio is just like negligent.
Yeah, I think the other thing too is the pipe, right? Like I feel like pipe just seems insane now with the like your own resistances. Like I feel like pipe is kind of the new Greaves in some ways. Feels like it should be the better offlane item versus a lot of these lineups, particularly the one that Aster's got running right now. A lot of initial magic damage here, as you're gonna see Sumail jump right in. Senator and Nightfall, they're going to try and go for the turn, but again, the Aegis is still there for the 25 seconds. This is one of the worst signs for BetBoom to fight. They don't want to get dragged into this one, but at the same time, they might feel forced with the DK ult being popped. Still holding the Exorcism, though, as they jump on to save, so BetBoom not making the commitment on this one. They're just saying, save, you're not getting saved right now.
Okay. It looked like Sumail's second ball jump was a little bit unideal, but he had Aegis for another 30 seconds, so no matter what happened there, he was going to be fine. And with his Lincoln Sphere, he's protected against like Dragonite stun. It's just it's a good spot to be in for him. He can just do exactly what he wants to as a mid player. It's been a while since we saw Sumail kind of pop off like this, but he's having a well. That's not exactly true, but it feels like this is just like nostalgia Sumail doing like whatever he wants to on Storm Spirit, and his opponents can't stop him. So it's fun to watch.
He definitely does not look like a stand-in right now. That is for sure. As Monet and XXS going to take down the Tormentor. Sumail zips in right at the end, and Rubik will grab the shard. So Pichu getting himself a little bit of a save here. That feels pretty good.
Puts their net worth very high. So like, what, 2,000, 3,000 gold more than the enemy supports. Sitting great. BetBoom is going to group and look for a team fight, though. They are triple smoked here on the top side of the map.
They have the fresh Spirit Vessel as well, finished up for save. He's working on for a long time. And Monet, though, has the BKB. They got to burst him fast. Big damage. And the heals from Bobica. It's enough with the reload out. Goes straight to the well. XSS comes in. They're stuck in the river again. Do not go down here. It's not the place to be. Sumail does manage to get back out. Nightfall just looking to hop his way out of here. Doesn't want to be down here. And the relocate back in from Bobica will result in his death, but well worth the save there onto the more important players. Sorry, Bobica. It's just the life.
Great save there, for sure. That looked like a great moment for BetBoom to actually get back into this game in a big way, and unfortunately, they're going to have to settle for the IO kill and the Tier 1 tower, which is okay, but costs them a lot of BKB charges, and this will give a little bit of a moment maybe for Aster to do stuff if they want, but I don't think they care. They're still farming well. They're in a good spot.
It must have felt great to actually... Wait, GPK? The Watcher? Is that their Watcher, or is that is a Radiant Watcher that's walked by, right? All right, whatever. I think they all just ran past the Radiant Watcher. That's fine. The main thing is they actually managed to get a kill, and they killed someone after initial stun, which got to feel great, but Sumail just jumps in. What a ward up there sitting on the pillar. Very greedy moving here from GPK, I gotta say. Going past the Watcher, past the outpost that they still own. It feels like BetBoom didn't check up on the objectives here, because that was still Aster's, so Bobica just TPs onto it. So greedy.
I forget about these outposts lately. Do you have to take both of them to teleport between them? Is that how it works?
No.
Oh, I suppose you can. Oh, I suppose
it's just like the old ones. It's the exact same thing.
Okay. You teleport to them. Yes.
Yeah. It's
they're not portals.
No, dude, that would be wild. Dude, that would be hype. If they become twin gates, you get both. You just own the whole map. Yeah, we're not there yet. Crazy. Now they're just no XP, but yeah, you can just grab them after tier 2, same as before. It's up top. Another potential fight here. Going to find Toronto Tokyo hiding in the tree line there. They're relocating as well. So this looks like both supports just going to get caught out here from BetBoom. And back on the other side, though, they have XSS here. Going with the Spirit Siphon, as well as the Ursa getting through that Crimson Guard. Gets the bash, has to pop the BKB. He's trying to get a final bit of damage. Swipe him, Bear. Oh, they can't quite get it. Sumail's in there. They're going to bring down Rezo. Nightfall stuck in the middle. Does get another bash there on the Monet, but it does not matter.
He's blood misting him.
The blood.
I didn't even notice. I just saw Ursa stop moving as soon as he was ruptured, but it was a mix of things. Bro, I cannot believe XS lived. He was so close to it. He was a fraction of a second from that last attack, but Bobica came in at the perfect timing there.
Yeah, I mean, that Ursa did 3,800 damage in that fight, guys, but did anyone die? No. That is pain.
Casual chainmail paying off.
I mean, it actually is such a tanky build. He's sitting at 36 armor right now as they all siege this tower together. Sumail jumping in completely fearlessly right now. There's still a great healing Lotus available for the IO if they ever decide to need it, alongside that mech. So plenty of saves prepped up here for Aster.
Trent, Sumail is a good Storm Spirit player, it seems like. He is so clean when he does these jumps, dude. They must be really feeling good about this compared to how XWI was playing some of his Storm games at the end of the last tournament.
Come on, don't let him catch some strays here. You know, this guy's sitting at home watching the Trent Purge stream. He's like, man, I'm going to, you know, he's like, the Chinese casters have been flaming me relentlessly. I'm going to go listen to my favorite English duo, Trent and Purge.
He's like Earthstream. That's where I want to be. I mean, he's there. There's a high chance he's watching this game regardless, for sure, right? But
oh, he's definitely watching.
And I like the player generally, but his Storm Spirit had some things to be desired in terms of his initiations. Maybe he would be like, well, this is just an obviously easy Storm Spirit game. Let's see if they can save once again.
Oh, can it happen? One more time?
Yep.
No, say it ain't so. Come on,
God.
dude. I thought he was actually dead. The BKB comes out from GPK. It's just a TP out BKB. And Nightfall probably wishing he was able to do the same. Oh, it hurts. This is all while they were just waiting for Roche, and if they go check now, they'll see that he's actually back. There for the picking.
And they're going to do a quick teleport to Fountain and back. I can't even tell that Sumail is having any language difficulties with this team. It is just so straightforward. Everything has been great. Maybe it's just because it's a winning game. Maybe like a losing game it would feel harder or something, but...
Well, let's watch Roche, though, as he's about to do the transition here. Run away! Dive! Be right back. Oh, guys, come on. Oh, this is so clowny. All right.
Is Roche's channel time 4 seconds, too? Or is it...
Oh, you know what? I don't think his got patched. He looked faster. Does he? Yeah, he just jumps right in there anyway, so... They chase him down. They're going to kill him. It was just a second Roach. There's no difference between the night and the day anyway, so no tactics here. We're just going to grab the Aegis and the cheese.
They're kind of collecting Lotuses. I was sitting on... he's got a Great and a Healing.
Maybe we can find something with it if the game goes long enough, because right now they're just grabbing heroes and killing them. There was still 3 more seconds on the BKB for DK. Not that it's really the best save these days, especially now there's a Basher here on Monet. And, okay, so let's see. The Blood Mist Barrier. What does it max out at? Up to 50% of Bloodseeker's max health. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's really high. It is going down pretty fast, so just by hitting creeps, it's not really becoming, like, the biggest thing. But killing big creeps, it does, that's for sure. Yeah, he's got about 900 barrier here, so just, like, the amount of HP you probably get from max is just really, really high.
Dude, that is so cool.
Between what it gives you and what you're getting from kills. Yeah, it's keeping him quite high.
And Sumail getting to dodge buying a shard this whole time. He's going to grab it from the Tormentor. I assume everyone has a shard then, obviously, because he's the highest net worth. Oh, not everyone. Okay, Underlord also was missing. He just got the lucky coin.
Rough, dude.
Big rough, yeah.
Top net worth and he gets it. I mean, that's what happens if you really dominate the map, I suppose. Let's see if they can try to defend this.
All right, let's see if they finally get the burst. Yeah, they go for the IO first. The big target actually goes down. Can they turn this into something good for BetBoom? Does the comeback begin here? Sumail, he's saying no. He's going to immediately go on to save. The buyback is there. Remember, he's dying to get the Spirit Vessel charges. It is tactical. GPK, BKBs, but he dies through with the bash on top of poor Nightfall as he retreats to the tier 4s. Save me my towers. But everything's just being broken here as Monet grabs a triple kill. He's just blood misting all over them. Damage, though. It's actually stacking up with XXS. He's going to fall. They actually lost the Bloodseeker as well. Now Sumail turning on the GPK. Oh, Bulbaka, massive heals with the cheese and the Lotuses. And that's going to be enough for a GG call from BetBoom. They try the buybacks, but it is not enough to turn this one around. And Aster take a completely dominant game number 1.
The perfect game from Sumail. He was like 12-0 and 17 or something.
Yeah, he was.
Holy
That's
crap.
gross.
Laning stage was great. He got tons of pick